I got you. You thought I woke up from a nightmare. Nah. I don't see enough movies. And I hate myself for that to an extent. I think instead of just going out and seeing movies, I just sit there like, damn, I don't watch enough movies. And I just watch a YouTube video or pull up TikTok. But I deleted TikTok for this month, and I'm gonna see a movie today. I think it's called EO. I saw Carson Rehnquist, I think that's how you pronounce it. I saw him do a little review of this movie, and it looked pretty interesting. It's from the perspective of a donkey, and it's very empathetic to that animal and its life, and so yeah, that's something I'd be interested in. Anyway, yeah, this is just a way to keep myself to actually seeing movies. If I make it like a YouTube series, then I have to do it, right? Anyway, let's get started.
Let's go.
I was thinking that since I'm seeing a movie, I'm probably not going to be able to bring my tripod with me. So I'm just going to place my camera in precarious spots. And hopefully that should be fine. Damn, my phone's on fucking 45%. Now we wait. This lady just walked up to me and she was like, "Oh wow, you actually have a real camera." Which was like, "Wow, you have a real camera." I don't know, something like that. I had my headphones in, so I was like, "Huh, what?" She had to repeat herself. It's pretty funny. The bus I was gonna take to get to the theater was taking way too long. And I'm not trying to miss this movie, so I'm just gonna walk the 16 minutes to get to the fucking theater. Yeah. We have arrived. EO. Directed by a man whose name I will not attempt to pronounce out of fear of just completely butchering it. He did an amazing job giving us this perspective we don't very often see. Most films are obviously from the human perspective. And honestly, I'm not very well aware of films that kind of take place from an animal's perspective that isn't like a Pixar or Disney or something like that. It's interesting, I really liked how raw it felt. It really felt like we were experiencing this donkey's perspective, which obviously that's how it's supposed to be. That's like the goal of the film, but it succeeded is what I'm saying. It took me way too long watching the film to realize. I think I realized maybe halfway through that EO, his name, is literally just the sound that a donkey makes, like eon, eon. I did not need to demonstrate that, but here we are. Yeah, cinematography was beautiful in this film. A lot of shallow focus shots really give you that sort of perspective or that feeling that you are watching the events unfolding from this donkey's perspective. Each person that he encounters throughout his journey kind of reflects a different aspect of humanity. I guess this video is going to have some light spoilers. I know I want to talk about the film, so if you haven't seen this movie yet, honestly, good luck, because I had to go all the way out of DC. As you probably saw. But if you haven't seen this movie yet and you don't want to get anything spoiled, I would highly recommend it. If I can find any place that it's streaming, I'll put it on the screen right now. Anyway, let's get into it. So the woman he's with at the start, I don't remember her name, so I'm just going to say that it is Susie. She kind of shows like the loving and caring side of humanity, and I don't know if I want to continue with this whole sides of humanity interpretation, but I'm just going to go with it for now. The love and appreciation EO feels from her is significant, and I feel it probably motivates the rest of his decisions throughout the film, but at the same time, he is just a donkey, and I think the film does play into that, that he is just an animal, and so he's going to make these decisions that, a person probably wouldn't make. I guess it's more that it shows off different aspects of this world that we've created, maybe not humanity itself specifically. My favorite scene in the film is, I don't remember exactly what happens before it, but it's the scene where he's sort of walking through the woods at night, and we see like all the natural life throughout. There's a shot of a spider sort of spinning a web, really beautiful. Like there's owls sort of. This movie is honestly a little scary. Like it's scary sometimes. Like obviously in the dream sequences where it's like flashing red, reminiscent of the opening shot where we see that circus performance with like the flashing red lights and all that. Those scenes are pretty scary. There was mostly old people in my showing. I remember hearing some people be like, "Oh yeah, that was kind of scary," and it's just funny. But I guess playing off that sort of horror or terror tone in the film sometimes, like I said before, we really see things from this donkey's perspective. The scene where he's beaten by those like random guys after, I think it was a soccer game, it was brutal. And you like really feel for him. Like we've been on this journey. That was like probably 3/4 of the way through the film, and that is something I will say, it does drag on a little bit. How much that was owed to me being hungry while watching the film, I can't really say, because I probably like halfway through I started being like, ah, damn, I really should have eaten before I came. Like I really enjoyed this film. I think in my Letterboxd review I said like if I had the opportunity to show an alien any film to sort of represent like life on this planet, I would show him this film, because I feel like it does that pretty successfully. It's a really well made, well shot, just overall it's a great movie. Also, I honestly was not expecting the death at the end. Like I think once I saw that they were all moving in a line, and I was like, oh no. I think at that point I was like sort of wondering where the movie was going, and then just that, so sad, dude. It's so sad. Anyway, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and if you don't have anything else to do, go watch my films.